Hey there, this is Chad Garber. When I try to find out what you guys want to learn to play, I do Google searches and I do some research, and one of the things that comes up is how to play on acoustic guitar easy songs. And so I was trying to think of an easy song I could show on the acoustic guitar, and this is not really a song, but it's a chord progression that you can make up your own songs, and it's kind of fun to play. And so that's what this video is about. I'm going to show you how to play an easy song that that you make up basically, but an easy song on acoustic guitar that'd be fun to play at parties and all that stuff. And so basically the video is going to focus on using the E major chord. Okay? Now the E major chord is if you're a beginner, all you have to do is put your birdie finger on the second fret of the A string, your ring finger on the second fret of the D string, and then your pointer finger on the first fret of the G string. And so you have, and then you strum the rest of the strings. Let them ring open. So it sounds like this. And again, that's you put your birdie finger on the second fret of the A string. You put your ring finger on the second fret of the D string. And then you put your pointer finger on the first fret of the G string. You're basically playing those, okay? It's an E major. Okay, and by the way, if you like these videos, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit the little notification bell. That way you'll get notifications every time I upload a new video. And I try to do at least one guitar lesson a week, if not a lot more. And so that could give you notifications of a new guitar lesson every week if you do that. So, the E major, like I said, you hit those three, but you hit the open E, and then the B and the E open as well. So it sounds like this. So that's the E major chord. Now here's the cool part. You can take that E major chord and you can move it up the fretboard in certain locations to make a song. Okay, so for instance, if I just take that E major chord and I slide it up to let's say the fifth. Well, let's say I slide it up. Let's say 1, 2, 3 frets, where my birdie finger ends up on the 5th fret of the A string, and my ring finger ends up on the 5th fret of the D string, and my pointer finger ends up on the 4th fret of the G string, and then I strum it the same way and pick all the strings. It sounds like this. The same chord. So, isn't that cool? You don't have to learn a new chord for this one. It's the same exact chord. You just slide it up. Not only that, you can slide it up more. If you slide up 2 more frets, you get that. But you can even slide it. You don't even have to slide it. You can slide it up 1 fret from the E major. The truth is, you can slide it up any number of frets you want to, and it will sound interesting. It'll sound like a song. See? Oh, most of them. When you get to your pointer finger, or when your birdie finger is on the 8th fret, it doesn't sound very good. 9th is okay. 10th is okay. 11th is okay. See, isn't that cool? So you basically can play that same E major chord in most positions beside the 8th fret or whatever I just said it was, and then the rest of them it'll sound good. And so I think that's the only chord that you can do that with. Like if you try that with a G, it works sometimes, but not nearly as well. Like this sounds awesome. Sounds awesome. Still sounds awesome, but a different way. Sounds awesome. That one's not as good. That's where my pointer finger, or my birdie finger, and my birdie finger's on the 6th fret of the A, and my ring finger's on the 6th fret of the D, and my pointer finger's on the 5th fret of the G. That one doesn't sound great. That sounds okay. So that one sounds bad. Okay, so maybe not all of them, but don't do that one. Okay, but then you go up one more. Awesome. Not so much. That's whatever I said earlier. That's the 8th fret with my birdie finger. I go up. Sounds great. Sounds great. 2 or 3 frets don't work, okay? But the rest of them do. So what you can do is you can take that concept and make a song with it. Now, what I usually do with this, and I love doing this, is I can do a Spanish kind of sounding song. You know, it's because you go, and I add the little Spanish progression. And this is a good party treat. You know, like I used to do this at parties. Not that I recommend you doing what I did at parties, but you can do this at parties, and it'll be kind of fun if people want to sing to it, or if you have 2 guitar players, you can have one of them doing a guitar solo or whatever. So it's just all you do is. And I got a little bit of delay on there, too much delay. So then I go up 1 fret, and then I go to the but where the 3 frets I go to are where my pointer. I'm just gonna talk about where my birdie finger is, and you can figure out the rest. So my birdie finger's on the 2nd fret of the A string, and then my birdie finger's on the 3rd fret of the A string, and then it goes to the 5th fret of the A string, and then it goes back down. So it sounds like Spanish, doesn't it? And it sounds really fun. People can dance to it. Then you can slow it down. And again, this is all 1 chord. That's the cool thing about this. You could add finger picking to it. And change around the chords. You don't have to go that exact order. You can just you can improvise, make up your own song. And all with 1 chord. You don't have to just do it that way. You can do it, you can do it. You don't have to do a Spanish sounding thing. You can do something totally different, like a. Or something like that. So that's kind of the concept. The whole concept is E major chord up and down the fretboard and make your own song, make your own chord progressions, So that's it. So thank you so much for watching. Again, please subscribe if you are interested in these kind of guitar lessons. And if you want specific guitar lessons, please leave comments about what kind of guitar lessons you'd like to learn. And so thank you so much for watching.